Assalamualaikum students. Today's topic is features of macroeconomic. We completed meaning of macroeconomics and subject matter or scope of macroeconomics. Okay, now we will focusing on features of macroeconomics. First point is study of aggregate. As we learn in meaning that macroeconomic studies depend on whole economy. Aggregate. These aggregates mean total. Okay, aggregate means total. In macroeconomic, after M the letter A, it stands for aggregate. Okay, for remembering that macroeconomic study based on which study and microeconomic based on which study, so you can remember with this letter. In micro, I stand for individual and macro stand for aggregate. Okay, so when we are studying totally, we are focusing on whole class rather than on focusing on one student's marks. Okay, we are focusing on whole class marks, so that is known as study of aggregate. We are studying whole economic but not only focusing one producers or one consumer. So macroeconomics deal with the study of economy as a whole. Okay, economic as a whole. Next, the another point of feature is income theory. Income theory, if you remember, in microeconomic we study the price theory, but in macro we are focusing on income. Income depends not only one consumer, income of one consumer, income of producer, but actually we are studying whole nation income. That is depend income depend on demand and supply. Okay, so the macroeconomics will the aggregate demand and aggregate supply, total demand and total supply. It explains the causes of fluctuation in the national income that leads to business cycle, how the business is cycling with the demand and supply, and the people is facing inflation and deflation. So these are all. What is inflation? Inflation means महंगाई, and okay, and this deflation means सस्ताई. If both the situation is harmful for, it is harmful for the nation. So from the income only we get inflation and deflation. So that's why the study is based on the income theory. Then general equilibrium analysis. General equilibrium analysis, if you remember, in microeconomics features we studied at the microeconomic partial equilibrium. Okay, so now macro. In micro we are focusing on the part, but macro, what we are doing in macro, we are focusing on whole economy. That's why the equilibrium is general equilibrium in the macroeconomy. General equilibrium analysis, we are analyzing generally. We are not focusing on the part of the some producer or a part of the consumer. Okay, we are focusing on whole economy. We are focusing all the product, we are focusing all the firm, we are focusing on all the consumer and all the producers. Okay, we are not doing any part, or we are not doing someone separate then getting study, but we are studying deeply, we are studying wholly. Okay, so macroeconomics deal with the behavior of large aggregate and their functions relationship, how they are functioning, what are the interdependence of each other. That is known as general equilibrium analysis. Okay. Then the next point is interdependence. Interdependence means when we are dependent on each other. Okay, as you know, there's a child, a small child whose age is 1.5 or 1 year. He is depending on his mother. He can't do anything with his own. So similarly, in the macroeconomic study, we found that all the things are dependent on each other. How it is depending, let us explain it with the help of example in meaning changes in the level of investment. See, market changes in the level of investment which finally result into changes in the level of income, levels of output, employment, and eventually the level of economic growth. I'm giving a small example. For example, the person X earning 10,000 rupees. So what do you think, after getting 10,000 rupees he will invest, he will expense all 10,000 rupees? No, he will save such some amount. For example, he will save 2,000 rupees. Okay, that 2,000 rupees he will invest in another thing from where he will get profit. Okay, so when he is saving 2,000 rupees, okay, that 2,000 rupees where he will invest. Okay, After investing in production level, the production will increase. Okay, when the production will increase, so the income from that production will also increase, the profit from that production will also increase. Okay, when the income will increase, again the saving also will increase. Likewise, this cycle is going on. Okay, saving, when we, if we decrease the saving, the investment will be decreased. When we decrease the investment, unfortunately this income will decrease. So this explained by the macroeconomic study that it is dependent on each other. See, what you can observe in this picture, you can see that there is a ball, and in that ball the grapes is there. Okay, so lumping method, if you remember in microeconomic what we done, we separately studying in detail of particular form, particular consumer, we studying it separately in detail. Okay, we taking it apart. But in the macroeconomic we are doing study lumping, by lumping method. We are not separating anyone, but we are studying together according to the profession Balding. Forest is an aggregation of trees but is not, does not reveal the properties of an individual tree. Okay, so we are not focusing on individual, but we are focusing all the trees, not one particular tree. Another point is growth models. Growth models, see, देखो, economic growth and economic development are the two paths. These both are not same. I have explained you in 11th standard already that growth and development are another thing. See, growth means only the numbers is increasing. Development, when the infrastructure, it is when the improvement it take place in infrastructure, that is mean is development. So growth models, it is helps to growth as well as development. It is useful in developing growth models. These growth models are used for studying economic development. How should economy should be developed? Now we, in macroeconomics, what we are focusing on whole economic. So it is so from this we can conclude na, that we are not focusing on one consumer problem, one producer problem, one product problem, but we are rather focusing on whole nation problem. Poverty hai, unemployment. See, so we are focusing on whole problem. So that's why it is when it, we, if we focus on these problems, so automatically we comes to know the solution and we come to know how the nation should develop. Okay. The next point is general price level. Now it is easy, this point is very easy, that the price, the questioning, when we are in micro we are only focusing on one product, but in macro we are focusing on all the products price level. General price level is the average of all the prices of goods and service currently being produced in the economy. We are focusing on total product pricing. And the policy oriented, see, policy oriented, when we are doing some tasks, we have an aim. Okay, we're targeting something. So that is it in policy oriented, that it is suggests suitable economic policy to promote economic growth, general employment, control of inflation and depression. In macroeconomic we are not studying any problem, we are only focusing on problem we studied and finished, no. But in microeconomics what they are doing, they are studying the problem. Okay, main major problem like unemployment hai, poverty, like this, unemployment, poverty. So after that the studying problem, they focus on the solution. How should we overcome with this problem? Okay, so macroeconomic is not a just only study, but it is policy oriented, that they having aim that after studying, after finding out the problem, we should solve it and we should overcome from that problem. Okay, so here we completed our features of macroeconomic. Now only one topic was remaining, that is importance of macroeconomic. We will inshallah continue it in another time.